is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Nasha Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. We begin with breaking news in Aventura. There has been an officer-involved shooting at the RH Beauty Salon. The salon is located at 19017 Biscayne Boulevard. That is in the Cove Shopping Center. The strip mall is just a few blocks south of Aventura Mall. Here's what we know. Aventura police confirm the scene is now secured. The officer is not hurt, and the suspect was taken to the trauma center at Aventura Hospital in critical condition. No word yet on what led up to the shooting. As is protocol, FDLE has joined the investigation. We have a crew on the way, and we will have an update starting on CBS News Miami at 5. In North Miami, dramatic cell phone video captured the moment law enforcement pulled a man out of a car. It was just moments after they say they were forced to shoot him. North Miami police say they were responding to reports of a stolen vehicle. 2 of their officers were hurt during the incident, but they were not shot. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner reports from the scene where she spoke to witnesses.
Several men we spoke to describe hearing rapid gunfire followed by a loud boom, likely from when the car crashed into this pole you see right here that still has debris surrounding it. And take a look at this car that's still here at the scene. Several bullet holes right through the windshield.
These hands are clear. These hands are clear.
Guns drawn. This cell phone video shows you the moments Miami-Dade deputies and North Miami police pull a man out of a car.
Drag him out. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him.
North Miami police said they responded to reports of a stolen vehicle Wednesday, and at some point they said officers exchanged fire, hitting one of the suspects multiple times.
And I thought it was fireworks at first, and then I went to hear more louder booms.
Corey Higgs lives in the Prestige Vista apartment complex and described the rapid gunfire.
3 regular shots, boom, boom, boom. Then I heard a loud boom and some rapid fire, some automatic weapon.
Higgs captured this video of paramedics arriving to treat the injured suspect in the back parking lot.
And he drove towards the officer. That's why they shot. That's from my understanding.
He also captured this video of the second suspect being arrested in the front of the complex.
I know what he did. He got detectives on the case.
Thursday morning, trucks towed several cars away, including this white SUV that they pulled the suspect from. You can see the front of it smashed in, and this black sedan. This car, with 3 bullet holes through the windshield, is still here, with a note from police for whoever the owner is.
Type of stuff don't happen here. You know what I'm saying? So we were surprised.
There are still so many questions that we have reached out to North Miami police about, like whether those 2 men were armed, their identities, what condition that one suspect that was shot multiple times is in. Of course, we will let you know as soon as we hear back. For now, in North Miami, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Deputies are investigating after they say a man was struck and killed by a car in Miami Gardens. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says the man was walking in the area of Miami Gardens Drive near 67th Avenue. That's when he was hit by a Tesla. Deputies say the driver stayed at the scene. Miami City Commissioners have voted to amend the city charter. So here's the change. Candidates who win special elections will still serve 2 additional 4-year terms, essentially carving out a loophole and lifetime term limits. According to the Miami Herald, this opens the door for Commissioner Joe Corroyo and Mayor Francis Suarez to make another run for mayor next year. The term limits language will be sent to voters on special election ballots this November.
Always tracking, always alerting. This is Next Weather.
Well, we had some showers today, and it sounds like it's not over.
We are going to improve rainy conditions the next few days. We need it. The drought numbers came out. We've been talking about that. Everybody's under a severe drought now in Miami-Dade and Broward. So we see some thunderstorms, but again, this is an inland pattern, right? So once the storms flare up during the afternoon, we've been dealing with that mostly across the Everglades and out towards the Gulf Coast. But we do have a change coming up over the next few days, and I think that's going to benefit us in that we'll have a lot more moisture to work with, and we're going to have slower moving storms. That combination combination is going to bode well, I think, for our rain chances and our accumulation totals as well. So here is another look from up above, and you can see plenty of action there over the Bahamas. That is where the source of the tropical moisture is coming from, and you see the arrows pointing right at us here. So that is a good thing. Now, for the rest of tonight, we've already blown up as far as the thunderstorms here. So once that happens, the only way you can get additional storms really is from those outflow boundaries, that cool air that comes out of the gust fronts, and that could trigger additional showers and storms. So long as the outflow boundary is strong enough, the moisture is still there, we're still, in a nice pool of hot, weather, and that is the case a little bit further down to the south, but nothing doing right now across most of Broward and certainly into Miami-Dade, and even these thunderstorms are out towards the Everglades. But we'll watch it depending on how things pan out. We could get our western neighborhoods kind of just right at the edge of those showers and even a couple of lightning strikes the rest of the evening, but otherwise that would be it. Upper 80s to around 90 right now. It's the heat and humidity, the combination, triple digits is what it feels like out there right now. But without that, that's the fuel essentially for the storms. Without that heat, we don't pop thunderstorms. That's why we do it in the summer. Now, watch here on Next Weather Rain Tracker through the rest of the evening. You can see kind of how close things get, but not so much, right? And so I think we're, for the most part, done as far as the bigger rain. So the overall pattern has not changed as far as the forecast. It will change as far as what it's going to do to us and our rain chances here, and that is going to be increasing them really through tomorrow, heading into Saturday and Sunday. I don't see rainouts. I don't see washouts at all on any given day, but we have healthier rain chances coming up. So we're now at 6 o'clock, and here we are on your Friday. We made it. Showers beginning to pop up. You see some differences here. Now, by the afternoon, not only will they fire closer to us, but close enough so that those boundaries come right back into the metro, and so we'll have those higher rain chances, I think, setting up for tomorrow, even through the evening commute. That's going to be possible here. As far as rain chances going forward, I'll show you that in the next weather 7-day forecast. But a quick check on the tropics here, because there's not much to talk about. Typically, July is quiet, and that's going to be the case at least for the next 7 days. Nothing expected out in the tropical basin. As we check in on the 7-day, there are the temperatures, highs near 90 each day, and rain chances about 50%, pretty average. But remember, with this pattern, the storms will be firing generally through the first part of the day, and then it'll turn drier as we get into the evenings, and that setup continues into early next week.
Ivan, thank you. We are in hurricane season, and the Next Weather team is making sure that you are prepared. Just scan the QR code and find all the tools you need to help you get ready. You can also find our 1-hour special, which has important information for you and your family this hurricane season. Just go to cbsmiami.com. Now to the Texas flooding disaster. It is day 7 since the tragedy. The death toll has increased to at least 121, and more than 170 people are still missing. The number is likely to go even higher. CBS News Miami's Karen Waugh is in Kerrville with the latest.
Search crews move on horseback along the banks of the Guadalupe River.
It is a methodical search which ensures that every area in an area to be searched is covered and searched, and that no stone is left unturned.
Most of the missing are in Kerr County, where officials have been pressed to explain why a code red alert went out late. Phil Robertson says his family never got an alert and had to fight for their lives. At one point, he thought he saw help approaching on the rushing waters.
I see people's arms waving, and I think it's a boat, and when it gets up, it's a car. And I'm yelling at them, I'm safe, don't worry about me. And they're not yelling, we're coming to get you, they're yelling help. And that, I don't know what happened to them, but they just swept around this way.
More than 2,000 responders are on the ground here in Kerr County, helping with the search for victims. Much of that is happening along the bridges and banks of the river.
It's just getting through these brush piles. I mean, I've been in some piles that are the size of school buses. They're big, they're massive, and they're everywhere.
Stories of survival and heartbreak are everywhere. Cody Velasquez's family in Hunt escaped the floods, but heard neighbors yelling for help. At least one of them died.
It's a horrible feeling because you wanted to help them and you didn't know what would happen to them, but you knew deep down if you tried going out there, then something would have happened to you as well.
In the wake of the disaster, nearby Bandera tested its outdoor warning sirens, the town hoping to prevent a tragedy of its own. Karen Waugh, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
And if you would like to help, we have compiled a list of resources on our website, cbsmiami.com. Just scan the QR code on your screen for more information on how to help. Dozens of construction workers in Los Angeles are lucky to be alive after a dangerous night on the job. 31 workers had to be rescued after a tunnel they were in collapsed. It was about 400 feet underground. Watch here as those workers were lifted out of the tunnel. You can see once they were back above ground, most of them just walked out on their own. The wife of one of them was naturally relieved.
He said he's out and everything's gonna be okay, so I gotta hear from him. And they're rescuing people out of there, and thank God everybody acted quick and everybody's safe.
And they had to climb over a 10 to 15-foot pile of dirt to escape. That's about the height of a baseball hoop. Amazingly, there were no injuries. The cause of the collapse is under investigation. When we come back, a nationwide Ritz cracker recall. Details on what could be a problem for people with certain allergies. That's next.
Climate change has been devastating South Florida's coral reefs, but now
divers are in the water, they're planting coral, but these are special coral. They may help the coastline become more resilient.
See the fascinating first-of-its-kind mission that could save our precious reefs. Thursday at 5:30.
Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. at Quickcast. And today's Health Watch, concerning news about measles in the U.S. Cases just hit a 33-year high. Health officials reported more than 1,200 cases this year across 38 states. That includes here in Florida. It comes as the MMR vaccination rate has fallen nationally. The CDC recommends getting the MMR vaccine at 15 to 18 months for the first dose and then 4 to 6 years for the second dose. And now to a consumer alert. Check your pantry. Ritz peanut butter cracker sandwiches are being recalled nationwide. It's because of wrong labeling that could lead to allergic reactions. The affected cartons include individually wrapped packs that might be labeled as cheese. That's even though they are of the peanut butter variety. There have been no reported illnesses, but health officials advise those with peanut allergies not to eat the products. Before we go, a McDonald's fan favorite is back on the menu. The snack wrap comes with crispy chicken strips, lettuce and cheese on a tortilla with the option of either ranch dressing or spicy pepper sauce. And it's under 400 calories, so it's not a diet buster. Well, that does it for your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.